Buying and selling milk is tricky. Factories find it hard to balance exactly what they need all year round, but mostly have to take every drop of a farmer's milk, even if they can't really use it all very profitably. At the same time, farmers can never be sure they're getting the best price. They're locked into sending all their milk to the same processor all year, even if the milk could be made into something more valuable elsewhere. But what if milk could flow exactly where it's needed most? Imagine this. At the start of the season, Farmer Brown agrees to sell 2/3 of her milk to processor A over the year, but she decides to spread her risk by putting 50,000 kilograms of milk solids on the open market. Processor B buys 40,000 kilograms for February and Processor C buys the remaining 10,000 kilograms during April. This means that Farmer Brown's milk is split between processors A, B and C at different times of the year. This makes sense because every processor has a different product mix. Processor A would have been forced to turn Farmer Brown's last 50,000 kilograms into low-value product because it doesn't have enough capacity at its high-value plant. On the other hand, Processor B doesn't have quite enough milk to fill its own high-value plant, so can pay $5.60 for the same milk, while Processor C is prepared to pay quite a premium to top up milk flows at $5.80. And while all milk looks alike, the farmers and farm systems that make it are different and dynamic, which is why traditional milk markets are so tricky. If we free farmers and factories to find their perfect match, processors can maximise their profits and the milk price by utilising their stainless steel efficiently. And when the milk is free to flow where it deserves to go, Australian dairy will finally see true, continuous and healthy competition, a foundation for innovation, risk management, confidence and growth. But what about the logistics? Well, milk processors already trade and swap milk to a limited degree and can adopt similar protocols. All of a farmer's milk will still be collected by one foundation processor, which effectively provides a transport service for the milk sold to others. As usual, milk samples are collected by the tanker driver and sent off to the central lab for analysis. Milk would be required to meet the quality standards dictated in the contracts. So, how do we make this happen? First, the handcuffs must come off to allow true competition for milk year-round. And while the Industry Code of Conduct is a great foundation, it's going to take a little help from the regulator to be sure everyone in the supply chain gets a fair go. But don't be fooled. This is anything but a return to protectionism. It's regulation to allow true competition rather than replace it. In fact, we believe there are just 3 ingredients for a return to confidence and growth for Australian dairy. That regulation to allow competition is the first. Second is an open milk market all year round. And third, risk management tools that allow farmers to cope with increasingly volatile conditions. None of this is new in other industries, from sugar to electricity, right here in Australia. But all of it is vital to the prosperity of Australian dairy. Let's get the conversation started.